Hey all, Hobby Drifter here with a look at the Dragon Symphony Zyusouken from Tamashi Lab. This is the Japanese release of the Power Rangers Legacy Dragon Dagger with a few alterations. Pre-orders went up at the end of 2016 and it was released on May 25th, 2017. It retailed for just under 15,000 yen, which worked out to around 135 US dollars. At the time I'm recording this, a few are on eBay priced at over $300. Is it worth spending that kind of cash? Well, let's take a look. I really do like the box. And I'm really happy they didn't go with the packaging that looked like the original toy. That's fine for the artisan bucklers, but for this I wanted something more akin to the Soul of Chogokin aesthetic. And I got it. So, yay! The front of the box has a really nice photograph of the Dragon Ranger behind the Zyusouken. And the back explains the mission of Tamashi Lab in both Japanese and English. When you remove the slipcase, we've got the box proper. It's designed to look like a chest. It's really nice, very classy, but I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with it. With the slipcase on, the box is a really nice display piece. And it's nice that the inner box isn't just plain black. But, to be honest, I don't really display or even usually keep packaging. I'm going to keep this, so don't yell at me in the comments. But if I did display this, I'd probably put the slipcase atop the chest and then stick the whole thing behind the Zyusouken and base. When you open the chest, you're greeted with the paperwork inside a little plastic sleeve. The tape used isn't the most cooperative, so I'd either cut it with a pair of scissors or just rip it apart and shred the sleeve. The paperwork includes a set of basic instructions, a double-sided postcard-sized bit of artwork and photography called the Special Message, and what they bill as a special book. Book is being generous. Pamphlet is more appropriate. It gives a brief introduction of the Zyusouken on TV and in toy form, and it also explains the origins as the Legacy Dragon Dagger. The book also notes how the melodies for the Zyusouken were composed as music rather than the simple electronic sounds of previous Sentai weapons. An interesting story from the book comes from the designer of the Zyusouken, Tsuyoshi Nonaka, and it says that he was inspired by girls' toys that played music. He thought that boys would have fun with that gimmick too, but when he showed it off at a Tokyo toy show, people thought that a boy's toy that didn't, and I'm quoting here, light up or turn into a robot would never sell. But he happily recalls that they were wrong. The Zyuranger version sold very well, and when it was released in the Power Rangers line, it sold very well. I should also note that Nonaka designed not only the Zyusouken prop, but the Zyuranger version of the toy, and, since he was working for Bandai of America at the time, he also designed the Legacy Dragon Dagger. He says that he's happy to have worked on his favorite thing 3 times. So the stand. Visually, the stand is what really sets this set apart from the Legacy Dragon Dagger. And I'm not going to lie, it doesn't really do much for me. It's okay. The stand that the high proportion replica came with, I think, looks better. This is just some translucent plastic with an oversized dragon metal on the base. The metal, by the way, is plastic. I was kind of hoping it would be metal, like the artisan buckler metals, but nope. Chromed plastic. As for the Zyusouken itself, if you've seen the Legacy Dragon Dagger, you'll pretty much know what this thing looks like. It's great. I've never owned the Legacy Dragon Dagger, so I wasn't really prepared for how big and how heavy and just how really nice this thing is. But it's the sounds that are what really set it apart from the Legacy Dragon Dagger. There are 6 different sound effects, both flute melodies, 3 combat sounds, and the Death of Burai theme. And all sound really nice coming out of this thing. I never had the chance to get a Legacy Dragon Dagger, so I jumped at the chance to pre-order this. Considering what the dagger weighs, after what shipping would have cost to Japan, I didn't spend much more money on this than I would have paid to import the Legacy version. So, to me, it was well worth the asking price. Would it be worth aftermarket prices and shipping if you're outside Japan? Well, that's up to your personal tastes. Being brutally honest, if I'd been able to get a Legacy Dragon Dagger for like $70, I'd not have bought this. The sounds aren't that important to me, and the stand is just okay. Still, money aside, this really is beautiful. From the packaging to the dagger itself, it looks great. And I'm happy to have it in my modest Super Sentai collection. It brings back all sorts of memories of being a Power Ranger-loving kid, the good times I had with my friends back in elementary school when we were all Ranger crazy. And it feels amazing being able to hold this in my hands and look at it on my shelf. Thanks for watching, take care, and happy hobbying.